What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Vinny Balls Official, the Beast from the Northeast. And tonight, instead of like uploading the weekend jump off, I figured I'd upload something something that I really been kind of like I really been enjoying this game. Mafia 3. I'm sure you guys have had a chance to play it, and this is without music, so I'm gonna just put this up and let it be as it is. We're just gonna talk about Mafia 3. I'm gonna try to go in depth with this if I can. I'm not too good with going in like in-depth videos, but I do give it my I do give it my 100%. So Mafia 3, of course, it's a game. Of course, it's a follow-up to Mafia 2, which actually was originally on PS3. I want to say it starred Vito Scaletta. This one right here stars Clay, Lincoln Clay, as a matter of fact. That's the protagonist's name. And there's a lot of good things that they've had going on this past weekend, which really kind of like really brought me into it a little bit more. If you remember when Mafia 3 like first came out, I mean, it was plagued with glitches. I mean, I seen doors spinning around. I seen like all kinds of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? There's still some glitches, but 2K's working on it, and Hangar 13, those are the creators of the game. My props to them. They did create a great game. I can't wait to see what else they have. They have like, in the works for this game, and they do have a few things in works. A few free DLCs or updates or whatever you would call them, and they also have some paid DLCs, which is the season pass for like $30. And that's available right now if you want to go out and buy it. But anyways, this week, so they released their first free DLC, which right here you can see the Judge, Jury, and Executioner DLC. You actually got like 3 new guns, which will help you progress through the game if you decide to use them and decide to download this DLC if you have this game, which I think you should buy it. I mean, it's definitely a must-buy. It's a great game. And so the Judge, Jury, and the Executioner. So you got like 3 high-powered weapons in your arsenal that will help you progress through the game significantly. I mean, if you I bought the family kickback pack when I first got this, and those guns were okay, but these guns are a little bit more high-powered, a little bit more of a high caliber, and they're free right now. If you have Mafia 3 and you load that up right now, and you go into you click on add-ons in Mafia 3, the app, then you'll see that those are there, and you can download those right now. And so I love the game so far. I mean, I think it has a great storyline. I mean, I still think they could have done a lot more. They did a lot more for this than what they did like Mafia 2 though. But Mafia 2 was a great game, you know what I mean? And Mafia 2 actually, in Mafia 3, there was a returning character from Mafia 2, Vito Scaletta. For those of you that haven't played it yet, he was actually like the dawn of all dawns. He was in Mafia 2, which took place back in the 1950s. Now this takes place back in the 1960s, which was a very trivial time if you were of a different skin tone. Times were pretty rough back then, so you had to do what you had to do to survive. And you weren't really respected. I mean, there's a lot of explicit content, a lot of explicit words like in this game that might bother you, that might trouble some, if you don't know much about the 60s. But for the second free DLC, they had the Mafia 3. They had new outfits that they added. As you can see, there's just like a few of them right there. As you can see, I'm wearing one of them in this gameplay right now. It was actually leather jacket. I mean, this one that I'm wearing in this in this game clip right now is called the Revolutionary, which they designed the outfit so that if you thought back to a specific time to like how the 1960s were, if you knew anything about Mafia 3, and you kind of figured to yourself like how would a black male dress like back in the 1960s, and this was kind of like my idea, my concept of how a black male might dress in the 1960s. The Panther Party was a big thing. The Black Panthers, a huge revolutionary movement, to end corruption and race division. So this is kind of like what I went with, and you know, I'm still wearing it right now, and you'll see in my later clips. And also, let's not forget about the season pass. Now, this right here is the European, like the season pass for like the Europeans, which says E24.99. It's actually about $30, and I think $30, it's worth the time. I mean, you got you know, the first DLC, which is going to be coming out like March 21st, is called Faster Baby. Yeah, it's called Faster Baby. It's got fast cars, dramatic chases, and stunt driving. It says take center stage as Lincoln joins forces with his former flame Roxy Laveau to take down a corrupt sheriff's terrorizing civil rights activists on the outskirts of New Bordeaux. Which, if you don't know what New Bordeaux is, that's actually New Orleans. And Sign of the Times. That's going to be coming out that's going to be available May 2017. A string of ritualistic killings has New Bordeaux on the edge of terror. Father James requests Lincoln agrees to hunt down the cult responsible, a quest that will take him from Dark Heart to the Old Bayou to the drug-ridden counterculture of the inner city. And that would be DLC number 2. The final DLC is going to be called Stones Unturned. It says, like, when a merciless rival resurfaces in New Bordeaux, Lincoln must join forces with CIA agent John Donovan to settle a blood feud that began in the war-torn jungles of Vietnam, which Clay was actually from. He came back from Vietnam. He pretty much, the Black Mafia got taken down, and he you know, he returned with a vengeance. With a vengeance, mind you. I mean, he was shot, and you know, he was put in a coma. You know, a great story. Again, like I said, you know, believable story. I mean, I would believe it. You know, and so there's a lot of racism, a lot of racial division in this, a lot of racist remarks, comments. So if you're for those of you who are like, you know, weak of heart, you know, or what have you, I wouldn't suggest you play this game if you can't deal with exactly what their history, what their history was. I wouldn't suggest you play this game. But if you're up on you know, the hype about the history, the 1960s, 1950s, etc., then I would definitely suggest this game. It's a great game. Like I said, I mean, you play Lincoln Clay. Like I said, he fought in the Vietnam War. He returned to find out his entire family's been taken down after being in a coma for like so long. And those were the season passes that I talked about. So if you want to take your time and go in and check those out, that's $30 here in the U.S. I mean, why don't you go ahead and check those out. I hope you enjoyed the video. This has been a Vinny Balls official production. And, you know, I'm out, you guys. You know, peace in the East and borders beyond. All right? And, I'll catch you in the next video. And, yeah, you know, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm out. Peace.
You didn't exactly fuck it up. What? Just go up to him, like fucking do the brutal kick out.